Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the Space City of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
Tighten down. There you go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
From midfield now, Haskins had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here we go. Wait, 51, Mike 51. Let's go, T.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Silver. First down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
That's where you belong.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game, has got to be priority 1.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake. Garoppolo completes it to Jennings. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo now, and this is going to be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Woods has it complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that, but your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we got no shot? You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest of them after that.
And that's exactly right, and the staff told us that. They've been focusing with the players on don't look ahead, but that's hard to do sometimes, is it not?
It is hard to do because the ultimate goal is to do what? Is to win a Super Bowl. So you have to look ahead a little bit, but you make sure you focus on the game at hand.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie.
Here we go. Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
On first down, Garoppolo. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is Jennings. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Come on, fellas.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Check Mike.
10
Check
yards
Mike.
on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 32.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 3, Texans 0.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Go ahead.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Travis Kelsey. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing again, here's Haskins. A short throw caught by Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Haskins will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
Now a run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
34's the mic. He's coming. Check in. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Garoppolo now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player with great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for a Texans first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Texans scoop it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a first down carry by Bell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a draw play. This is Bell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Hey, here we go.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cordero Patterson. Incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's Haskins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Haskins. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's remind everyone what we have to look forward to in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got the 4-5 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns matching up against the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
You must be dreaming.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get on the point right here.
It's a nickel for 3.
Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We got 4.
First down, Cincinnati.
On first down, Cook able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup at 4, here's 2nd and 6.
50 right up. Mike 51.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods. 3rd down here. To throw is Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
Mike, check, 59, 59.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
That's it, baby.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, but it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, a short throw caught by Andrews. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
They go play action now. Haskins, blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Haskins, and he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1. Goes up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Texans 10, Bengals 9.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Haskins will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The Texans on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game's kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Haskins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Y'all playing the wrong.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Garoppolo now. A screen to Bell. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On play action, now Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Given 4 on the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete, the tight end Kelce. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Garoppolo. And got him in. It's Woods. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Cordero Patterson there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down.
Now Haskins on first down, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's third down. Third down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DK Metcalf, 40 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Again, it's Haskins. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Go ahead.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And it's complete to Kelsey. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, it's Bell. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.